everyone. I'm bringing you your daily collective reading from Spirit. So stay, listen, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. All right? Okay, here we go. All right. So I see someone who's taken on a lot more responsibility than they currently have the ability or willingness to handle. Okay. Maybe it was something that you were burdened with, or maybe something that you took on willingly, but then it just took too long to start, and then now you're just over it, or something like that. Okay. Either way, I'm seeing some strain here. There's definitely, you seem stressed about the fact that you have so much on your plate right now. Yeah. The Eight of Cups is also indicating a presence of a Pisces. So maybe you're a Pisces, maybe someone you're dealing with is a Pisces. I feel like it's more you than anyone else. Um, so this busyness could also be brought on by your inability to just say no. I'm not saying all Pisces have an inability to say no, right? But Pisces have a harder time hurting people, or they have it's easier for them to just take something on and do it regardless of if they are going to be able to give their best, or if it's inconvenient for them. It's easier for them to take them on, and instead of saying no, or instead of marking boundaries. So yeah, I feel like there's some of that going on here as well. um, Anyway, so whoever you are, you want to let go of something in your schedule right now. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I think that's the right instinct. That is something that you should look into or consider. So, yeah, if this is resonating with you and you generally have a hard time marking boundaries, um, this could be a really stressful situation for you. Like, it doesn't have to be that the stress is necessarily coming from the fact that you have too much on your plate. The stress could also be coming from the fact that your intuition is telling you to give up something, to have a boundary, to let someone know that you can't do something right now, but you're stressing out about how to say that, or how to talk to that person, and how to mark a boundary. And that's fine, it's understandable, right? It's understandable if you're going through that right now. But maybe instead of looking at this as a curse, right, this situation, I wonder if you could look at it as an opportunity to develop this skill. I feel like it's an important skill, and I feel like collectivist cultures don't necessarily teach us the importance of having boundaries, the importance of making sure that you're taken care of so you can take care of someone else. Taking care of yourself is sort of seen as selfish, and I just feel like it's important to understand that taking care of, understanding self love, understanding self care, understanding boundaries is an important skill. It's an important life skill. And if you have unfortunately not have had anyone teach you that yet, then this is probably your opportunity to teach yourself that. And see, it's a minor arcana, so even the inconvenience is minor. I'm not saying this is like a massive situation. Both these cards are minor arcanas. So the situation, the inconvenience is very minor. If it feels huge to you, it's probably because you're getting in your own way right now. And that is something that this is the opportunity that you need to take to understand that. First of all, see the intensity of the situation for what it is, and next understand that serving yourself is not, doesn't necessarily have to be instead of serving someone else. It can be serving yourself so you can serve someone else, right? So there's definitely that. So maybe if you can, if you have the space to consider that and see this as an opportunity. Okay. because yeah, I feel like spirit's also asking you to find some balance, right? There needs to be some balance. They've given you giving and receiving in angel cards, so they are definitely asking you to balance that scale right here. Okay, sit down for a second and consider for yourself if you're receiving as much as you're giving or not, right? Obviously, this balance doesn't mean receiving exactly what you've given back, right? But you know who you are if this is resonating with you, and you know if you're better at giving unconditionally than receiving. Okay, sometimes we give with such a big heart, and then when it comes time to receive, we sort of feel guilty or we feel selfish, and we sort of get in the way of other people taking care of us. Okay, um, stop that. Stop doing that if that's what you've been doing. Yeah, it's this opportunity is literally here to teach you how to come out of that mindset. Okay, so use this opportunity to do that. um, yeah, it's okay to sort of give yourself what you've been giving other people, and sometimes it's okay to get that from other people as well. It doesn't have to be you taking care of others as well as you. It can just be you take care of someone, someone takes care of you. And I understand that our first and foremost relationship is with ourselves, and it's important that we take care of ourselves, we learn how to love ourselves, and it's definitely important to do that. But along with that, if you are keeping other people, actively keeping other people from taking care of you, then that's you're resisting. That's another part of self-care that you need to learn, is just letting someone else take care of you, sometimes surrendering to a situation or another person every once in a while. Yeah, um, I don't know if I'm explaining myself well enough here. um, I definitely don't mean to tell you to be completely dependent on another person, but I feel like there's a balance that can be struck uh, between getting in the way of receiving love and care and gifts from other people, and um, doing all of that for yourself. Yeah, I'm not propagating dependence on other people, I'm just propagating the balance. I'm just talking about the balance between giving and receiving if you are a giver. Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely that. And sometimes honestly, receiving care from other people don't have doesn't have to mean um, them sacrificing themselves to take care of you. Yeah, that's imbalance again. Sometimes letting other people take care of you means walking away from something that your heart isn't in right now. Yeah, and giving people the opportunity to understand why you need time to yourself right now, why you need to walk away right now. Okay, so even that is receiving care for them from other people. Yeah, it doesn't have to mean physically receiving something from people. Okay, so yeah, there's that. And then yeah, I definitely feel like there's some sort of a conflict you're dealing with here. Maybe that's the reason you're feeling this need to go within right now. There's definitely a need to go within. And these cups are standing, so they're probably full, okay? And you're trying to walk away from them. Yeah, and you're walking away from light to darkness. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that you took on so much that right now you need to go within. You need to go just relax for a second. You need to be with yourself for a second. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, if your instinct is asking you to take care of yourself, do it. Okay. Slow down. if you need to, so you can deal with it all for yourself before you can come back with a bang. You can take on as much as you can handle. You can define your boundaries away from the whole situation and then come back with the boundaries and have a healthier work life balance. Yeah. um, so there's definitely that. This feels far more internal to me than it is in execution, or like what is in front of you doesn't feel to me as stressful as the stress you've cultivated within. Maybe because of your inability to say no, maybe because of your because you're still learning how to mark your boundaries, or um, something on those lines. Yeah. So definitely take a second and think about that. Make sure you're considering all of this uh, before you, at least before you make any more commitments. Okay. um, all right. um, what else? All right, yeah. So the door is advising you to forgive and forget. Okay, let me read you what it says on the back. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. Yeah, so there's definitely, I feel like there's some sort of a conflict happening here. Um, and it could be because of the imbalance of giving and receiving, for sure. Okay. There seems to be a sort of chaos going on in your mind, right? The spell card is saying earth. Yeah. It's saying ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. With the forgive and forget, the giving and receiving, the stability in times of chaos, it's making me feel like there's some sort of a conflict happening here, um, which is making you which is making you feel like you need to go within right now. And if that's your instinct, that's an absolutely fine instinct to have. Okay. So yeah, take care of yourself if you must. Yeah. Definitely see this opportunity to mark your boundaries, to find them if you haven't found them yet. Yeah. Um, if you've always felt guilty about having boundaries, or yeah, yeah, develop them. This is your opportunity to develop boundaries if you are yet to do that. Okay. um, yeah. Yeah, and I also feel like if there are some projects or a certain situation that you do decide, once you have your boundaries, if you do decide to walk away from them, I would highly recommend not walking away in conflict. Yeah, you don't have to have, if it's related to a person, you don't necessarily have to have a conversation to forgive, right? You can just forgive on your own. Yeah, but figure out a way to move on in a healthy manner. If you've chosen your path and it's a new path, I would highly recommend um, making sure that you find balance here and you find balance here. You use this to find stability and grounding before you continue your walk on that path, because you don't want to carry your burden to where you're going. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all I have for you all today. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them for me to read. I'd love to read those. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.